Hi everybody, I'm making this video to show a customer how to put the bouquet vase. This is the one that comes with all the different flowers, not the simpler one with daisies. How to take it through the Brother Canvas Workspace software. So, as in the earlier video, you can see that when you bring in one of my large canvas SVGs, Canvas Workspace automatically resizes it to fit within the cutting area of a 12 by 12 mat. And my SVGs are generally set up much larger than that because in Design Space I design for crickets really. You can have everything in one project to start with, and then the software actually sets up the mats for you, but that's not the case in this one. But I'll show you what to do. So it comes in too small and it comes in black and you can't see the score lines. Super, eh? So we're going to bring it in and then we're going to open that SVG of instructions that comes with your download. And somewhere in here, yeah, here we are. You get the instructions, as I said before, as to how big the SVGs, all the SVGs should be when you bring them in. And we can see that the bouquet vase itself, the actual vase, should be 63.7 centimetres. My Canvas Workspace is set up in millimetres, so obviously that's 637 millimetres wide. So I'm going to go back to Canvas Workspace. I'm going to select everything. I've clicked on my edit menu, and here in width, I'm going to highlight that and type in 637. I've forgotten already. What was it? Yeah, 637. It's done it. Yeah, 637, and it's made it 357.8. We'll just check if that's, yeah, 358, near enough. Right, so now the SVG is the right size, but a little bit like the explosion boxes, it won't all fit on one mat. So before we worry about that, we'll make everything the right colour and we'll make sure that we can see the score lines. Right. Yeah. I'm not sure what that one is. Oh yeah, those are the little, right, we'll do the colours first so we can see the scores when we change them. So from these unusual, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, top 9 layers are your score lines, and from that rectangular shape downwards are all your cut pieces. So you're going to click on that first rectangular shape, scroll down, shift click on the octagon at the bottom, and that's selected all your cut pieces, and then we will just go and make them another nice light colour. Yeah, the score lines have come through a little bit strange. It doesn't matter though. They've come through with a fill, which is weird. But it's absolutely not a problem. So now you're going to select the very top layer and you're going to go down to just above that coloured one you changed. So these are the score lines now. So all we need to do is make fill none and say OK, and line colour black. So now we can see the score lines, and of course we need to, still not sure what happens here, so I'm just going to do what I did before. We need to make them a dashed line, which I think is how the ScanNCut does scores. Anyway, you'll know what to do if I've done that wrong, but that's how to make it so your score lines show up. Okay, so now everything's the right size and you can see the score lines. Okay, so now we're where we were with that very large explosion box, which is when you have to put things off to the side and save your mat as a piece of your project. So that nothing gets mixed up, I'm actually going to select those and I'm going to group them together. I don't know if we have to do this, so that's Control G. Do that with the keyboard for speed. Right, so I'm pretty sure that if we, how do I rotate on? Yeah, okay, we'll do that. And then we can move that over. And then we'll leave that one as it is. But we're going to just move it over a bit. And then this one, we'll rotate. I mean, I don't know if it's, you could only do this if the pattern didn't matter. Obviously, if your pattern can only go one way, you would have to set your mat up slightly differently. But we may as well, on your bow and everything, you'll decide what colour you're doing that, won't you? Yes, so we'll just worry about the vase pieces to start with. Now, because this vase is 8-sided, you require 8 pieces, but we only need to make one mat for it, don't we? Because you'll just cut that mat twice. So I'm just going to take those and I'm going to delete those forever. And then I'm going to bring that down here. Just pop those there for now. And then I'm going to delete those and I'm going to do the file export. So now we need to make the FCM file. And as I said before in that earlier video, I don't have a ScanNCut machine. I don't use this software really. I've just downloaded a version of it to my PC, so I'm going to use this top option so that I can just export it to my machine. And I would call this, doesn't really matter what you call it as long as you know what it is, bouquet vase walls times 4. Of course, as type, we want FCM file. And then we save that, and then you can copy that onto a USB to use with your machine, or you can do the option there if you're directly connected with it, or you can transfer via the internet to your machine as well. Okay, so now I'm going to undo, click the undo button to bring those back because we haven't finished those yet, but we have finished with these. So now this is, let me just remind myself. Yeah, that's the base of the vase. This is the template for the florist's foam. You could actually cut that in absolutely anything. And then these are your bow pieces. So you would actually probably cut those on a different mat. I haven't got a version of my vase in front of me. What did I do? I think I did. Yeah, when I did mine. So my vase was blue. So we'll just say that that's that colour. Doesn't matter that. You would probably make that shape. Just select that. It's that one. Probably would make that a different colour, wouldn't you? Doesn't matter again. But if that's going to be that colour, and then the back of the bow was a different colour, and then the top of the bow matched that colour. Was it that one? Yeah. So you would probably, I'm just going to group those. No, I'm not. Control G. Yeah. So you would actually put those two on a mat on their own anyway. So again, you can decide exactly what you do with these bits. It doesn't matter. I'm just showing how you split the vase up into different FCM files to make a whole project. So now you would, we've got those where we want them. I'm just going to delete that temporarily and I'm going to export again. Oops. Oh yeah, that one's just a bit too far over. I'm going to export again. I'm going to use that top option and I'm going to call this, what have we got here? We've got the bouquet, vase, base and bow. It's not the whole bow, it's just the contrast pieces. And I would save that, and again you could copy that onto your USB. Press undo again to get rid of those bits that we didn't want to get rid of. Get rid of those because we've definitely used them. Put these back on and then export again. And I would call this bouquet, vase, bow, contrast. Again, you will decide what pieces you're putting on which mat depending on what colour you want to cut them. So there now you've got 3 separate FCM files and you will use the wall one twice so that you end up with 8 walls for your vase. And then just like anybody working on a Cricut would, you're going to refer to your PDF of instructions that shows you how to assemble everything. I hope that helps. Please don't hesitate to come back to me if you've got any more questions, and if I can answer them, I will. Clearly, I'm not an expert on this software, but I am getting the hang, I think, of how to handle SVGs within it. Thanks a lot. Bye.